The various worlds of different shiny Pokémon. This is a compilation of a bunch of different shorts I made, so please sit back and enjoy. Let's go. The controversial world of green shiny Pokemon. People mention Espeon a lot, but I don't think it looks that bad. Machamp's a pretty common one, but it didn't even look that bad in Generation 3. Kabuto and Kabutops just confused me because why are they different colors? They have the same evolution line. Tauros shiny is really washed out, but in Gen 3 it looked really nice and vibrant. Some of them make sense, like Applin being a green apple or Bronzong being ionized copper, but a lot of them make no sense, like Spinda. Why is Spinda this puke green? Tranquil probably confuses me the most. Why is it green? P-Dub's fine. Both Unpheasants are fine. What is this? The worst offender I think is Buzzwole. It's not even fully green, it's almost like it's being taken over. The green shiny's an epidemic! Shiny Pokemon that don't change very much. People always mention Gengar and Garchomp, and yeah, I agree, they are pretty bad. And then there's the baby Pokemon like Happiny and Igglybuff and Elekid, among others. There's some others like Slowpoke and Sentret, only in Gen 3 though. And Togekiss, I forgot to mention Togekiss. Even regional forms aren't safe. Galarian Farfetch'd and Alolan Vulpix have pretty bad ones. Crazy enough, this is still an issue with Tandemaus and sadly enough, Armarouge and Ceruledge having really bad shinies. Game Freak, what were you thinking? Even more shiny Pokemon that don't change very much. There are still Pokemon that just don't change very much, like Seal and Skitty. Now Minior, you can't even tell if you have a shiny until you crack its shell open. Basculin had 3 forms, 3 chances to have a good shiny, but nope. Leafeon and Glaceon have pretty bad shinies, which really sucks because the other Eeveelutions have really nice ones. Now Tynamo, Tadbulb, and Flabébé are just too small to notice the differences. Now Marshadow might as well not even have a shiny because it only shows up when it attacks. What? And Zapdos. I don't even have a joke, Zapdos is just lame. The mystifying world of shiny Mega Pokemon. Of course Gengar and Garchomp have much better shinies than their originals. Gardevoir gets a big black dress like the Goth GF of our dreams. Blaziken gets an overall warmer look to it, and that looks pretty neat. Some changes are really slight though, like Manectric having a bit more of a vibrant hue, same with Mawile. And Houndoom's yellow parts become red. Now Mega Charizard Y is only a slightly brighter version of the original, while Mega Charizard X gets this really cool unique color scheme. Shiny Latias and Latios just turn ugly. And shiny Mega Flygon, oh, wait a second. The magical world of shiny mythical Pokemon. Mew gets this really nice blue color, and Darkrai looks like a vaporwave at it. Manaphy hardly changes, but Fione changes more for some reason. Genesect looks awesome, and you know I'm right because you got a whole movie about him. Both forms of Hoopa are absolutely blinged out, and Victini is cool just for the fact that you can't get him anywhere. Magearna has 2 shinies, 1 for each form, and Meloetta looks exactly like Hatsune Miku. And then Deoxys is really a love it or hate it shiny. What do you think? The lavish world of shiny legendary Pokemon. Ho-Oh and Lugia look pretty nice, and Wo-Chien gets an autumn color scheme. Chi-Yu gets a distinctly not autumn color scheme, and Eternatus turns all bloodied and edgy. The legendary birds don't change that much, but their Galarian forms take their old color palettes, with Galarian. Moltres in particular looking like ketchup and mustard. Haha, toothpaste. Haha, bacon bird. Solgaleo gets sunburnt. Yeah, checks out. Reshiram gets absolutely blinged out, and Koraidon, mwah, it's peak. The extravagant world of shiny Eeveelutions. Eevee itself gets a nice cream color, but it looked more silver in past games, with its Gigantamax form looking pretty cool as well. Flareon doesn't change much, but in the past it used to look almost identical to Eevee. Jolteon goes from lemon flavored to lime flavored. Just combine them to get Sprite. Hey guys, you know in terms of Pokemon, Vaporeon's pretty cool. Espeon gets a bit of an earthy green color, but it used to look almost radioactive. Umbreon is so awesome and so cool, and I love it so much. Glaceon and Leafeon don't change very much, and their Gen 4 sprites look like they're almost unshaded for some reason. And Sylveon inverts its colors, looking very nice. Trans rights. The bodacious world of blue shiny Pokemon. Ponyta, of course, gets the blue flames, and the Rockruff family gets varying shades of blue. Alolan Sandslash looks even more like Sonic than it did before.
I found you, faker!
This Pokemon whose name I forgot looks pretty nice. Unknown A has a pretty nice shiny. Unknown B has a pretty nice shiny. Unknown C has Yanma looks like this pack of gum. Roly-Poly becomes a diamond, and Gigalith gets these cool blue crystals. Wait, blue crystals? The glistening world of shiny Gimmick Pokemon. Ditto becomes blue raspberry flavored, while Rotom gets a really cool hot color scheme. Chatot having a good shiny won't make us forget about the things it said. On a brighter note, Zoroark and Zoroark have fantastic shinies in general. Smeargle shiny used to be its original colors, and its original colors used to be its shiny? What? Mimikyu looks even more ghastly with its monochromatic form, and Ice-Q looks even more bald when it loses its head than it did before. Cast-form shinies aren't that much special, but guess what? They didn't even exist prior to Generation 8. The radical world of shiny regional bug Pokemon. The classic Caterpie gets a nice gold color. Beedrill becomes radioactive. Kricketune gets different colors, but of course its cry stays the same. Spinarak shiny was pretty good, but in Gold and Silver, both the normal and shiny forms had different colors that looked identical. The Sewaddle line shinies get less distinct as they go on. Charjabug just straight up becomes an English bust, or Beetle's even more space-like, especially in its G-Max form. And Tarantula becomes the Blood Orb.
All hail the Blood Orb.
The perplexing world of shiny Pikachu clones. The big man himself gets quite a bit darker, his evolved form gets almost a peachy color, and the Alolan Raichu gets super tan. Fitting, you know. Hawaii. Pichu's supposed to look more like Pikachu, but don't lie, no it doesn't. Fossil doesn't change all that much, but Mining gets a really nice minty color. The world champ himself gets a nice pink color, and Emolga looks straight out of an old western. The Dene just kind of looks like a milk dud, and Togedemaru just kind of looks shaved. Morpeko gets some white on it, but its Angie form barely changes at all. And finally, the Pawmi gets a really nice hot pink. Wait, am I forgetting something? The radical world of red shiny Pokemon. Heatmore goes from red to more red. Galarian Zigzagoon just kind of becomes a whole flurry of colors. Stunky and Skuntank get a nice maroon. Lunala becomes a blood moon, and that's pretty cool. Certainly a lot better than Solgaleo. Scorpy's red is really nice and bold. Helioptile also becomes red, but I think it would have looked a lot better if the remaining yellow parts changed too. Bruxish exists, and I think we're worse off because of it. How could we forget shiny Gyarados? But shiny Mega Gyarados becomes less vibrant, and Alolan Rattata reminds me of red pasta sauce. Rat pasta ratatouille. The banger world of black-colored shiny Pokemon. Charizard looks awesome, especially with the red wings. Sandygast and Palusand have a really cool origin in black sand beaches. Furfrou turns black, and I think his Kabuki and Feral forms look best in this state. I mean, Roserade isn't black, but it gets a black rose, so I guess we'll count it. How emo. Even recently, Titan got a really good black shiny. Haxorus is godlike, and you can tell they know because you get a free one in black 2 white 2. Manectric gets the colors of construction equipment, and shiny Greninja still isn't quite in Smash Bros. Come on, you were this close, Sakurai. The black-colored shiny Pokemon I missed the first time. Lightning round. Okay. Wooloo becomes a black sheep. Smoliv gets a black olive, so we'll count it. Pheromosa puts on tights, I guess. You can see Minior's cool shiny once its shell breaks. All the Tapus are black, keeping their accent colors. Camerupt gets an ashy look. Mega Gardevoir specifically gets a big black dress. I cooked Alcremie for too long. Aegislash turns black and red and awesome. Decidueye looks like a hero of the night. Palafin is a hero of the night. Oricorio's Bale form looks really cool. Pincurchin looks like an actual sea urchin. Paldea and Tauros gets a darker black. Rayquaza turns black, and Groudon and Kyogre don't follow suit until their primal forms. And Koraidon looks really freaking cool. Whew, if I miss one, don't talk to me about it, please. The world of shiny Route 1 mammal Pokemon. Rattata becomes a seafoam green, while Raticate becomes an orange color. Lechonk becomes Le Pink. And speaking of Chonk, Diggersby becomes Big Chungus. It's just not very funny, is it? Bunnelby looks like the killer rabbit, and Greedent just kind of looks like a jolly old fellow with that pink color. Zigzagoon is a nice shiny. Too bad you can't catch this one. Patrat and Watchog shinies are the most interesting things about them. And our beloved Bidoof finds a golden sheen and becomes the true God among men. Or should I say, God among Mon.